frequently asked questions video about my hair. In no particular order, I'm just going to begin. What is the color of your hair? Long answer short, I have purple hair. A combination of dark purple in the roots and lighter pastel purple at the ends. This way I think it's easier to maintain because when your roots grow out, you kind of have a longer leeway, I guess, before you have to bleach your roots because it's not so obvious. Next question. What do you use to get your hair this color? You need to bleach your hair, and the bleach that I use is Quick Blue. It works very well. You don't have to use this particular brand of bleach. You just need some kind of powder bleach mixed with a 30% developer, which is, you know, the volume that I normally use. But if you're afraid of damaging your hair too much on the first go, maybe opt for a 20 volume. Maybe that'll be a more gentle option, but I just use a 30 volume. If your hair is not bleached to a very, very pale yellow color, it's not going to turn out pastel-y, and it might end up looking really murky and weird and patchy. So to combat that, I use a toner, and the toner that I've been using is, I believe it's the Silver Lady by Wella. Worst thing you could ever do is to put permanent hair color in your hair and then attempt to bleach it again. So clearly a lot of the red pigments will not come out, and my hair was really orange, and no matter how many times I bleached it, it would just not turn that pale yellow color. It just kept turning orange, and pastel colors wouldn't take into my hair, so it was really disastrous. And I really had to tone it well with the T18 and wait a few days before I actually put in the color to make it, you know, somewhat acceptable. Next question. How do you upkeep your hair? I bleach every 1 to 2 months. By the end of the second month, I have to bleach my roots because it's really hideous by then. A trick that I do is I use a darker color at the root area so that it kind of covers up any brassiness that might have happened during the bleaching process, and also when your roots grow out, it's not as obvious, so just keep in mind. As far as upkeeping color on a daily basis, I discovered something. I've been loving this brand, this online company called Overtone. It's basically a semi-permanent hair dye. As far as I'm concerned, I think it's just basically a semi-permanent hair dye. However, they carry the daily conditioner or a weekly deep conditioner. I think it's awesome. Something about the formula of it is really good with really depositing color into your hair so that your hair stays vibrant and looks fresh. So I was mixing hair color into conditioner, and that was kind of my upkeeping regimen, but it wasn't really working. For some reason my hair wasn't taking the color, and it was just really, my hair was really dull looking, and the color was really just like faded and not pretty. But ever since I started using Overtone products, my hair has been really vibrant. As you can see, this purple looks really pretty. And you know what though? The best thing about it is that you can customize whatever hair color you want by mixing different colors that they offer. I've been mixing the purple with pink. I've just been using that as my conditioner every day, and it works so well. I love it so much. If you guys want a more detailed review of the line, I will make a separate video on it. And trust me, this is like the best investment that you can make if you have pastel hair, because it just makes everything so much easier, and it just makes your hair vibrant and fresh looking. Next question. How do you keep your hair from being fried? I can't really keep my hair from being fried because it already is. I don't know if you can tell, but my ends are really dry, and sometimes I get a lot of knots. Your hair gets really brittle after bleaching. A lot of that is because you're taking out a lot of protein from it. It's important to give your hair the protein that it needs after it's been bleached. A really good product is the Aphogee 2-step treatment. I've been using it not that much, but the few times that I've used it, I really noticed a big difference, and I think you guys should give it a try if your hair is really fried. I have a lot of different deep conditioners. I use them as my regular conditioner just because my hair is so dry that it needs all the hydration that it could get. So I have a lot of different deep conditioners that I use that I switch off and I rotate on a daily. Where do I get these things? Most of the hair bleaching stuff, hair dyeing stuff you can get at Sally Beauty Supply. And like I said earlier, the Overtone line is an online product. I will list their website down below and you can check them out because it's a really good product. And everything else you can pretty much get at Sally Beauty Supply, and then all the conditioner stuff and whatnot, I just get them from any drugstore or again, Sally Beauty Supply. Also, to keep my hair from being fried, I use a lot of hair oils as well as leave-in conditioners. Those are really important. I'm not going to list all the ones that I have because I have a gazillion, literally, and I just kind of switch off. Next question, what's your haircut? One length bob. It's just, you know, as the name suggests, one length all throughout with side swept bangs. I'm trying to grow out my bangs. It's easy to style and it's easy to dry. It's just easy. And you know, like when you bleach your hair is really fried, and I really can't handle long hair. If I have to deal with it, I will probably just shoot myself. So that's why I have a one length bob, so it's easy. Before this, I used to get a graduated A-line bob, but since then I've grown out of that just because I think when this one length bob grows out, the back looks a little bit less ridiculous. Because the other one, the back is graduated, so you get this like fade, and when it grows out, it kind of turns into a mullet and it looks really weird, so I've just kind of grew out of that. Do you do your hair yourself? Yes and no. I dye my hair myself. All the coloring that you see, I do myself. But since I have such a short hairstyle, I get my hair cut. Next question. How do you style your hair? Well, I usually just blow dry with a round comb because I don't want to bother with it. I work from 7 to 4 p.m. every day. Well, I wake up at like 5:30 sometimes. And I really don't have a lot of time to get ready, so normally I just blow dry the night before with a round comb, and I just sleep like that. The next day I just go to work and I don't bother with it. When I do want to style it a little bit more and spend a little bit more effort, I guess, on days that I want to go out, I use a curling iron to kind of put loose waves in my hair. I either use a 1 inch or a 1 1/4 inch curling iron, and I just kind of put curls all throughout the length of my bob, and I just go all around. I have a hair curling tutorial. If you would like to watch that, I will post a link for you guys to see. Excuse me. I'm really not eloquent. I have a hard time talking sometimes. Can't think. Lack of sleep. For the most part, I just curl it and then put some texturizing powder at the roots, and that's all. Next question. How do you get your hair purple/pastel purple? Well, like I mentioned earlier, you have to bleach. I used Manic Panic for the longest time in my life, and I used the color in Purple Haze, I believe, right out of the jar, and I paint it onto my roots about maybe 2-3 inches, and I feather it out. And then I will mix this concoction of hair dye with white conditioner to make it more pastel-y color, and then I will run that to the ends of my hair. That's what I used to do. Now I just use the Overtone products. They're great. They come in a variety of shades. I use the Vibrant Purple deep conditioner in my roots, and then I use the Pastel Purple deep conditioner at the ends, and I just kind of leave it in for maybe 10-20 minutes, and I wash it out, and it comes out a really, really pretty gradient, like so. Love it. Do you have to bleach your hair? Yes, you have to bleach your hair in order for it to be any kind of pastel, or even if you just want like a vibrant purple color, you have to bleach your hair because otherwise it's not gonna show, obviously. What is your hair dye recipe? Like I said before, I used to use Manic Panic and mix that with white conditioner. now I just use Overtone products, and they just already come in the vibrant shade and also the pastel shade, so you don't really have to do much for yourself. And I think personally for my hair, the color deposits better with Overtone products, and honestly it's been really great. It's been a great experience using them. My hair stays vibrant, so I love them. What is your natural hair color? Black. How long have you had your hair purple? Since the last October, so I would say around maybe almost a year I've had purple hair, on and off. Does your hair color ever bleed? The only times that I feel like my hair bleeds is when I shower. Do you think you'll ever dye your hair a different color? Yes, eventually. I think I'm going to go back dark eventually, just because with age you can't really have purple hair for the rest of your life. Imagine if I'm 30 and I have purple hair. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it forever, who knows. Whoa, this video is long. How did you manage to get a job with unnatural colored hair? Well, I didn't really get a job until I dyed my hair darker. As many of you have seen in my last video of how I dyed my hair ombre, I purposely went darker, and during that time I found a job. Thankfully my company is pretty I guess casual on hair color, and they don't really strictly ask me to dress or look professionally, I guess. Yeah, I just kind of pick up phone calls and people don't really see me, other than my coworkers, of course. But they don't really ask of me to be prim and proper, so I'm very thankful for that. I don't have to have dark hair for work, which is awesome, fabulous. Thank you, Jintex, for not asking me to dye my hair. Like I said, I went darker, just so that when I went to interviews, people would take me more seriously. I feel like in the biology field, if you have purple hair, people don't take you seriously, and that's just how it goes. Society sucks. After I got the job, I was able to bleach my hair back and go purple again, and they were okay with it, which I'm super grateful for. I don't know, maybe they secretly judge me. I don't really know, so who knows. Next question. Do people bother you a lot about your hair? Not really. People don't really bother me, so to say, but I get a lot of questions. I get a lot of, I guess, people coming up to me and ask me, like, how did you get your hair that color? Oh, did you do yourself? Things like that. I don't really find them bothersome, so to say. I think it's kind of nice for people to notice my hair and like it. Next question, is it a lot of work to have purple hair? Yes, it is a lot of work to have purple hair or any kind of pastel hair or any kind of unnatural hair color, because, well, you have to do a lot to keep the color vibrant. And once you make the commitment, you already know that it's going to be a long-term relationship. So, I mean, I'm used to the commitment and I like it, quite frankly. How do you keep your hair so nice? What products do you use? Like I said a lot of times, my hair is not nice. My hair is not nice. It's nowhere near healthy. It's really dry. I make it work though, because I deep condition a lot on a daily basis almost, and I have a lot of conditioning hair products. I have a lot of hair oils, I have a lot of hair leave-in conditioners, I have a lot of treatments. I just have a lot of that kind of stuff, and you know, your hair works eventually when you put in that much product in it. It's just, it has to work. So it works. Last question, does your purple hair fade? Of course, it fades very easily. Any kind of unnatural hair color that you put into your hair will fade, and it will fade very quickly. Now, like I mentioned, I discovered a line of products by Overtone, and I love their products. Ever since I've started using it, my hair hasn't really faded at all, because I guess you're putting in the product on a daily, and it just deposits color on a daily basis, and your hair never looks dull. I don't know if you can tell, but my hair doesn't really fade. Really love it. Anyway, that was like, that was so many questions. I apologize for how not eloquent I am. Sometimes I like think in my head very thoroughly of what I want to say, but it comes out weird. So I apologize if I don't make any sense, but hopefully this helped you guys in the questions that you had, and I hope you guys enjoyed it like always. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!